If you haven't done so already, you need to seriously sit down and work out how much you've got coming in every month, how much you've got going out every month. And if one figure doesn't tally up with the other, you've got to figure out how you can cut one down or make the other one increase, no matter what way you need to. It's obviously called a budget. Very stressful, particularly when you're living in a place where you've got people you're responsible for, and a lot of people have. You might have pets, you might have children living with you, a wife and kids, or you could be on your own. And then you have other people that are elderly, disabled, incapable of increasing your income, and wondering what you're going to do now. I know a guy locally to me who's on a pay-as-you-go meter for their gas, and with the cold snap that we've had lately, it's been horrible. It really has. And when he told me the figure that he's been putting in the damn thing every week, how the hell he's able to do it, it really is something. But what this does have an effect on is your mental health, with the stress of trying to get through everyday life. It really will have an effect on your mental health. And the thing you've got to work out is how you cope with it all, because if you don't, what's the alternative? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad. Let me know how you are in the comments below, and that you're okay. That's the main thing. Yeah, it's a pretty stressful time, isn't it, with this cost of living stuff and the heating, and how we're going to put food on the table, and even rents are increasing. Mortgages are increasing. I had a conversation with my landlord earlier today about my rent going up. When you live in a rented property such as I do, it's a given, it happens. But like anything, there's always people far worse off than me, and there are loads and loads everywhere. We've managed to help a couple of people through this channel and the kindness of others on this channel. They've come to me and said, Andy, I've got this problem, can you help? And myself and a couple of others, we've been able to do it. It's a small token, but we can't fix people's heads, we can't fix people's mental health. Years ago, I'll tell you a story. Before I was with my wife, my kids and everything else, I suffered from depression, mental health issues. I didn't want to go out. I probably had a bath once a week, couldn't afford a packet of fags and a pint of lager, and didn't give a shit, really, because all I had to think about was myself and not other people. And what I have now, best thing that ever happened. Gives you a purpose, gets you to get out of bed. But what if you're on your own? What if the stress is getting to you? What do you do? It does have a big mental health impact, doesn't it? And there are many charities out there at the moment, and many counselling services. I mean, there's a counselling directory which has got 20,000 therapists listed in it, and they found that 70% of these counsellors have had an increase in conversations around cost of living, energy crisis. What do we do? And nearly 50% of these have noticed a negative impact on their mental health. When you get pressure down on your shoulders, you tend to, I suppose, stick your head up your arse sometimes and try and ignore the issue, hoping it's going to go away. And life doesn't work like that, and sometimes these things are inescapable, aren't they? Then the important thing is, what do you do about it? Nobody is an island. I can, from experience, I can tell you that nobody is an island. You will need help from somewhere. If you've got a problem, if it's financial, talk to Citizens Advice, talk to friends, talk to family, or whatever else. But with your mental health, if that fails, everything fails. You've got to look after yourself. You've got charities like Relate. You've got your own GP. If you've got a friend, on the end of a phone them up, say, I'm in trouble. I know a guy whose neighbours look on him every day. you know, make sure he's all right. Make sure he's got everything he needs. Another thing, try and look after yourself. It's called self-care. Get up, have a cup of tea, have a shave if you're a bloke, have a shower, have a bath, get dressed, make yourself feel good. You know, physical well-being is very important, as well as mental well-being. There was a thing once I saw, a Navy SEAL, Admiral, quite highly ranked. He said one of the first things he learnt in the Naval Academy was, in the morning, make your bed, because if you have a bad day and everything else goes wrong, you've made your bed, you've achieved something in a day. Very important. Make sure you do one thing in a day and you can look back and think, yeah, at least I've done something. Reach out to loved ones. That's the main thing. We're all surrounded by people, you know, even in the most unusual of places where you might not think that they're there. And if you have a problem, phone them. Family, friends, somebody will be there to talk to you somewhere. It's very, very tough. Very, very many people out there that are really struggling, and I feel for them. Let me know your experiences. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I may even do a live on this whole thing, and let's have a good old natter. But that'll be some point over the next week or so. And if you need anything, drop me an email. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you with another one. Toodaloo.